Hi, my team and I are here to talk to you about why it should be easier to immigrate to America. Today, our president is telling us that we need to close off our country, to do anything we can to prevent immigrants from moving here, even going as far as suggesting to build a bigger border and having Mexico pay for it, turning the public to his side by using scare tactics. But making it easier to immigrate here legally can benefit our entire country, just like it did in the 1800s. The US has always been a melting pot. That's what it means to be American. With everyone's cultures and personal experiences, this country can move forwards and not backwards, and legal status shouldn't affect that. It was easier to enter the US in the 1800s. All you had to do was get a boat ticket to America. Once you were here, depending if you came from the west or the east, you would go to Angel Island or Ellis Island. They would just make sure a few things. Check if you were sick, make sure you weren't a criminal, and if you were a woman alone, you'd be most likely sent back because you wouldn't be able to make a living on your own. If you pass all those things, you'd legally be a citizen of the United States. This matters because it shows a time when the US was different. We needed immigrants back then. We needed different ideas, cultures, and people. They shaped the America we know and love today. How do you feel about immigrants coming to the US legally now versus the 1800s? Do you think it's harder now or back then?
I believe it's harder now because there's a lot of paperwork to be filled out, and there's more requirements to coming here legally. I don't know what that entails to get to come here and stay here legally. I think you have to spend more time in that process than back in the day. And now it takes years to get your citizenship here and become an American citizen.
Do you think that the U.S. should be accepting other cultures?
Yeah, that's basically what our culture is. American culture is just a mixture of other cultures. Being American is not a culture; it's a mixture of other cultures. So it doesn't make sense to try to call yourself a culture when your culture comes from other places.
Nowadays, it is harder to enter the U.S. legally. In year 2000, the total of people illegally crossing the border peaked at 1.64 million. Nowadays, it has then reduced to around 300K in 2017. In 2016, the amount of immigrant removals in the U.S. almost tripled the amount of returns.
And what we're looking for as Republicans, I can tell you, is strong borders, no crime. What the Democrats are looking at is open borders, which will bring tremendous crime. It'll bring MS-13 and lots of others that we don't want to have in our country.
Parents, children, and spouses of U.S. citizens have the shortest wait, which is about 1 year. A U.S. citizen's child over 21 is 6 years or longer. Children or spouse of green card holders 5 to 10 years. The duration depends on your home country. Countries with the longest wait times are Mexico, China, the Philippines, and India. You can immigrate to the U.S. via your employer. The preference order recognized professionals, multinational executives, those with PhDs or master degrees, and skilled workers or professionals. Those workers could wait up to 3 years.
Our credibly sourced counterclaim involves a clip of our President Donald Trump saying, quote, "Democrats want open borders and they don't mind crime."
But Democrats, they want open borders and they don't mind crime. Think of it.
But according to this graph from the New York Times, crime from immigrants is as low as ever. The point of telling you this is that people's fear that if we allow more immigrants into the country could cause chaos and an increase in crime is something that needs to be addressed before convincing our country to help the immigration process.
We need to make it easier for people to acquire educational and work visas. With this in place, it would allow the people to have an education and work to make a living and help the progression in our society.
We hope that we've proven to you why we need to accept and help the immigrants that are in need.
We hope that we've proven to you that being an American means being different, that no one's the same, and that's the essence of the America we know and love.
What does it mean to be American?
¿Qué significa ser un americano?
Que veut dire être américain pour toi?
Cosa significa essere un americano?